I understand and accept the hard challenge ahead. When all is said and done, let it be written that Muhammadu Buhari gave this all for this nation.
Promises President Buhari failed to keep. When President MUHAMMADU Buhari was re-elected in 2015, he made several promises to the Nigerian people. However, the reality has been different, as the government has failed to keep many of these promises. So here are 7 promises President Buhari failed to keep. Promise 1. Fighting corruption and ensuring accountability in government. The reality is that there has been some progress in the fight against corruption, but it has not been consistent. Many corruption cases have been stalled or delayed, and some high-profile cases have been dropped entirely, leading to accusations of political interference. At the end of his first tenure, PDP, the opposition party in Nigeria, claimed that Buhari's government had overseen the leakage of 14 trillion naira. Since 2020, several probes on arms deals, tax remittances, and stolen refinery maintenance funds have been made with no conclusive report. Promise 2. Creating jobs and increasing economic opportunities for Nigerians. Despite promises to create jobs and improve the economy, Nigeria's unemployment rate has continued to rise. Many businesses have struggled to survive due to poor infrastructure, inconsistent policies, and a lack of government support. Multinational accounting firm KPMG reported earlier this year that unemployment will cross 40% in 2023. If that happens, Nigeria will have the highest unemployment rate in the world. Promise 3. Improving security, particularly in the fight against Boko Haram insurgency in the country. Boko Haram insurgency has not been entirely defeated, and attacks have continued, particularly in northeast Nigeria. Additionally, other forms of insecurity, such as banditry and kidnapping, have increased significantly in recent years. According to the Armed Conflict Location and Events Data Project, armed bandit groups killed more than 2,600 civilians in 2021. This figure is a 250% increase when compared with 2020. In 2021, the United Nations Development Programme declared that activities of the Boko Haram terrorist group has led to the death of 350,000 people since 2009. Promise 4. Improving infrastructure across the country, such as roads, railways, and power. The Buhari government has indeed improved infrastructure efforts across rail, road, sea, and airports. However, power supply has remained a pipe dream for millions of Nigerians living in darkness. According to the Energy Progress Report released in 2022, 92 million Nigerians are living without access to electricity. Based on international standards of 1,000 megawatts per 1 million people, the country is expected to be generating at least 200,000 megawatts. After his first year in office, President Buhari had promised Nigerians 10,000 megawatts of electricity by the end of his first tenure. Fast forward 7 years later, the country is still struggling to maintain 4,000 megawatts. Promise 5. Ensuring better healthcare access and delivery, particularly in rural areas. The healthcare system in Nigeria remains underfunded. Many rural communities still lack access to basic medical care. In 2001, Nigeria had joined other African nations to pledge a 15% budgetary allocation to the health sector. In 2023, Nigeria for the first time budgeted over 1 trillion naira to the health sector. However, this was 10% short of a target that several other African countries have since met. Promise 6. Addressing the issue of fuel shortages and stabilizing the price of petroleum products. Despite promises to address fuel shortages, Nigerians were hit with major fuel scarcities under the Buhari administration. Reports show that between 2015 and 2022, Nigeria faced at least one major fuel scarcity in every year under review, except 2018. Buhari's government has also been unable to stabilize the price of petroleum products, leading to significant fluctuations in the cost of fuel. When the president took the helm of power in 2015, the price of PMS was 97 naira per litre. Today, though the official price is 185 naira, fuel has been sold for as high as 300 naira in several parts of the country. Promise 7. Increasing transparency in government operations and promoting good governance. There has been very little progress in promoting transparency and improving governance in Nigeria. In fact, the federal government has now more often been accused of operating in secrecy and limiting freedom of the press. Through the loosely defined CSS, Buhari's government perpetrated extrajudicial acts across the federation, including arrests and imprisonments. In June 2021, the federal government imposed a Twitter ban, which stayed for 8 months until it was lifted in January 2022. ECOWAS has since declared the ban unlawful. In August 2022, the National Broadcasting Commission imposed a fine of 5 million naira on 4 television companies for broadcasting documentaries on the banditry crisis in the Northwest. These are just some of the promises that President MUHAMMADU Buhari's government has failed to keep. And with the continuation of the same party leadership under the All Progressives Congress, Nigerians are left frustrated, wondering if change will ever come.
God bless you. God bless our fatherland, Nigeria. Thank you.